Hey all, Hipper here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're looking at Star Wars Hunters. Now this was a game I didn't really expect much from, but it has grown on me and I've decided to do a video on it. So what's the game about? Well, it's kind of like Overwatch if you ever played that. And you have, Star Wars characters here, and they all have ultimate skills and, unique weapons. And of course, on top of that, there's also unique skills for each character. So you're pretty much dropped into a 4 versus 4 battle, and then you have to make the best of your abilities and your skills, right? So for example, this guy here has 3 different skills that you can use in battle. So combat shield, suppressing shot, and barrel slam. So I like this because it kind of gives me a little bit of everything, and I like to have that combat shield. I think that really works well. So of course this guy is kind of a Stormtrooper-ish guy, but there's obviously a lot of characters in the game. And of course there's lots of like customization, like skins and stickers and all sorts of stuff you can pop on your characters. But other than this guy, there's of course like a whole collection already in the game, including Wookiees and of course Jedis. There aren't any named characters, like for example Darth Vader or anything like that, but you'll get something that's very similar. Now there's not that many at the moment, but of course a lot more will be available as the game grows and matures. So if you can't find your favorite at the moment, don't worry, I'm sure it'll be available soon. So how do you actually play the game? Well, it's kind of simple. You just, sign up for a battle, you get into the matchmaking, and then it's just a matter of, going 4 versus 4 and taking out the other team. Now, of course, this is squad brawl, right? So there's, of course, many other things you can play in the game, but you have to raise your level first, so before you can start stuff like ranked, for example. So here we are, 4 versus 4, Mod Horns versus Gundarks. For some reason it's called that, I don't know. And there's lots of different levels to play on, and all of them are quite cool actually. And the graphics are also nice. I was pleasantly surprised when I started playing the game, because I thought, is this gonna be like kind of a Star Wars kind of knockoff, and they're not gonna make it, they're not gonna take the time required. But although, yes, it is a little bit simplistic, but it is kind of fun actually. And that's why I thought, well, I'll do a video on it, because, for a free game, I think it's a pretty good deal. Now, as you can see, it is, 4 versus 4, and all you gotta do is basically just, kill the opposition. That's about it. And like I said, I really like this guy here, the Sentinel character here, because you get this very nice shield, and it gets me out of a lot of trouble. And of course, when you activate the shield, you also, up your damage output. So you gotta, think of all these things. That's why there's a few layers to the game. Like, you need to make sure that you don't overheat your weapon and that you don't use your shield too much. And of course, be at the right place at the right time so you can help get rid of the enemy team. So a lot to think about, and it's quite deep for such a, fairly limited game, right? And I wish there was a little bit more customization. I wish I could, tinker with my skills and weapons exactly the way I want. Maybe that'll be available later on in the game, I don't know. But right now, you can level your weapons, at least as far as I've gotten, and that's about it. So I hope there will be a little bit more depth to this coming in the future, because the developers seem to be actually putting quite a bit of effort into this game, which is always good, and that's something I like to see. So just a little bit of word of advice here. If you're going to get this game and you're going to play it on iPad, I'm playing it on iPad here. It's actually an iPad Pro, like a 3-year-old one, so you don't need the latest. It runs fine on this one. But I do recommend that you get yourself a Bluetooth controller, so you can hook that up to the game and actually be useful. Because even if you are a skilled touchscreen player, you are going to be in trouble against other players with controllers. And if you go on eBay or something, you can get a fairly decent controller for 20 bucks, something like that. And it's definitely worth it, considering the game is free, because you're going to do so much better. It really does make a huge difference. I mean, yes, you can play using the touchscreen controls, but like I said earlier, I wouldn't recommend it. So you can see here in this battle here, we're now 17 versus 14. So in other words, we are winning this battle here. And you know, it's fun. It is quite an entertaining game. And like I said in the beginning, I didn't have much, you know, of an expectation for this game. I thought it would be another Overwatch, which frankly I find kind of boring. But I like the Star Wars theme here. And I like that none of the characters actually exist in the movies or anything like that. Like you're kind of starting fresh, you know. But of course, there's stuff like lightsabers and of course, like what I'm playing here, Stormtroopers and stuff like that. So you're not completely outside of the, the realm of Star Wars, right? And the game is polished. I haven't found any bugs yet. And yeah, I played it like, I don't know, 3-4 hours and haven't run into anything yet. It hasn't even like crashed or anything like that. So it's fairly stable build. Alright, so that's the end of the battle here. And of course, what you want to do is win these battles, and not just that, you want to do well in the battles, so you get lots of points. So here we got 845, right? So that means that you can actually upgrade your character. And of course, this being a mobile game, lots of daily challenges you can claim, so don't forget to do that, right? And you know, that's pretty much the core of the game. If you're lucky enough to unlock something new, it'll be shown to you after the battle, right? So this is pretty much what you are expected to do in the game. So, you know, log in, pick your character, and I suggest you stick with that character for quite a while so you can level them and you can do well and learn lots of XP. And once you're really good at it, then move on to a new character. So hopefully the game is going to grow. It's only 2 months old today, so not that much new stuff has been added, but still quite a bit has been added over the last month or so. I can see this game growing quite a bit actually, so hopefully that's actually what's on the roadmap for the developers. So of course, if you're starting out in the game, I suggest you pick this guy here, the Sentinel, to start out with, because he's just the easiest class to play in the beginning, and you have shield, you have very, you know, hard-hitting weaponry, and also he's quite fun to play. And then of course he is a Stormtrooper, so of course for some people that counts for a lot. So the game is out. It's available for download on the app stores for Android and also iPhone. And if you don't want to play on your phone, you can play on your tablet, your you know, iPad or your Android tablet. I'm playing on an iPad and it works better for me. I think the phone is just a little bit too small to see all the details well enough. So that was my how to get started in Star Wars Hunters, and as you can tell, it's fairly simple. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you out there.